Here we are. I'm going to progress on the grip strength stuff that I did the other day and put it into a bit of ball familiarisation, just moving the ball around your body. The grip obviously helps with that. Number one, you're going to just move the ball around your body 10 times. Reverse it, go the other way. Then we go under a leg, other leg, figure of eight. Figure of eight drop catch. You can then do combinations of what we've already done. You then do it around the back, under the leg, while you're moving. Thank you, keep practicing those skills. Looking at the technique or the idea around how you pass. Now some of you might find your own way to pass, I understand that. People find different ways that works for them. But this is what works for me, and this is what seems to work. It's very kind of, come from very much a rugby league style. I've worked with a lot of people over the years with this. Okay, we're going to stay away from the spin initially. We're going to look at where we actually generate power. Okay, number one, how do we hold the ball? Well, if you're struggling to get a decent hold on the ball, what I say is just spread your fingers as wide as you possibly can, hands and fingers as wide as you possibly can. It's going to drop the ball into that domain, okay? In it goes, holding on to the top section of the ball, okay? Holding on quite firmly with fingers and thumbs rather than palms. If you go with your palms, you lose a lot of control. If you can get your fingers and your thumbs on the ball, it gives you a little bit more control over what you're actually doing with the ball, okay? Next thing, we're going to drop it on the pocket or the hip or the whatever you want to call it, okay? People talk about the pocket pass at a very young age. We can go with that. The pocket pass, pop it on your pocket, which automatically brings your elbow quite high. You talk about high elbows. It's very rugby league sense, but it's now developed into union game, and it gives you that extra little bit of power as you progress to push the ball. Okay, so number one, pop the ball on the hip, okay? Number two, when you think about your core, okay? If you're leaning back, or if I lean back on my pass, then generally the ball will go to the shape of my body, and if I lean back and when I'm under pressure I lean back, the ball will be pulled backwards and behind where I want it to go. So thinking, okay, put it on the hip, number one. Number two, core on, so switch your core on, feel those abs squeeze a little bit, it keeps you over the front, it keeps your arms able to move. From that point you're going to literally then, the point of the ball should be pointing downwards, okay? From your hip you point down. I'm going to push the point of the ball towards the target, okay? I'm actually going to have his hands up ready, okay? I'm going to have the ball on my hip, I'm going to push and punch the ball towards the target, my hands will follow through to the target. So lots of points to pick up on, but let's have a look at it actually. So, good, okay, so on the hip, point the ball down, I'm just going to push and punch the hands through to the target, finishing long, good, finishing long, excellent, finishing long, good. Very good. I will move on and show you a little bit more of some other work I do, talking about end range, which has been proven really successful actually this year when I've been looking at some coaching techniques, but I'll come on to that later. So number one, just think about it, on your hip, high elbow, okay? The point of the ball will be down, but you're just going to push and finish your hands to the target. Don't forget to switch on that core. Hello, good morning. Just to carry on from some of the passing development stuff that we did earlier, we've been working off the back hip and pushing through with the elbow. Okay, the key points, you can look back at the previous video. This is, we're just going to try and extend the passing power and give you a little bit more power and range in your pass. Okay, so we worked originally, before we worked from the back hip and having a high elbow, pushing your hands to the target and bringing the point up and forward and through. This time we're going to work off the inside. You obviously have two hips, a back hip where most of your passes come from, and the front hip. Now, not many people are going to just chuck a pass from the front hip, I get that, I understand that. However, people forget about that end range, so we're going to just work on the end range, okay? So I just want to put your ball on the front hip, okay? Get your core on, get yourself ready for the pass, point the ball down, so the point of the ball is facing down. You're just going to pump your hands through to me. Good, and again, punch, good. And just finish your hands longer to me. That's it, good, lovely. Finish your hands to me, good. That's it, finish nice and strong, good. And again, good, okay. Simple, okay, and for that now to develop, we'll obviously do it off our left and our right. But now we're going to go back to the full pass from the back hip, but thinking now about pushing right the way across the range. See how much power we can get, okay? Keep your core on, keep over the ball, and try and knock me off my feet. Oh, excellent, and again. Good, excellent. Okay, push the ball to me. Good, I'm going to go to this, push the ball to my hand over here. Excellent. Push the ball to my hand over here. Oh, a bit high that one because you've leant back a little bit. Keep your core on. Excellent, good work. One more. Superb. Now, a little game we might add into that just to finish it off. As you see, we've marked out a number of cones here. Okay, right the way along. And you're just going to try and see how far you can pass the ball along those cones. Give it a go. We'll see you again.